Hi everyone, welcome to our yin and restorative yoga for this practice. You will probably want to have at least one pillow, maybe more, a blanket that you can fold up, a couple of yoga blocks or additional pillows, and a strap. And let's begin in a comfortable seat. My name is Michelle Chua. So whatever comfortable seat means for your body, you may want to sit up on one of your props. Here's an excerpt from Tara Brach's book, Radical Acceptance, Embracing Your Life with the Heart of a Buddha. The renowned 7th century Zen master Sen Sun taught that true freedom is being without anxiety about imperfection. This means accepting our human existence and all of life as it is. Imperfection is not our personal problem. It is a natural part of existing. We all get caught in wants and fears. We all act unconsciously. We all get diseased and deteriorate. When we relax about imperfection, we no longer lose our life moments in the pursuit of being different and in the fear of what is wrong. What does it mean for you to practice radical acceptance of your body, of your whole being, of this moment, of the space that you're in right now? Very aligned to the practice of santosha, which means contentment within the second limb of yoga. So as you sit here now, perhaps with hands in your lap, grounding as the palms are face down, or uplifting, energizing as the palms are face up, perhaps close your eyes and begin to tune in to your various layers of being. Notice how your body feels here right now. Feel into how your body is breathing, the qualities of your breath. And sense the energy of your mind. Busy, calm. And in that practice of acceptance, can you allow this to just be an observation without judgment? And then maybe bringing the palms to meet at your heart, bowing in to dedicate your efforts in this practice to another being you care about or to a community. And as well, setting your intention. What would you like to focus on and expand? Send it out through sound, creating resonance within and around the 3 chants of Om. Take a deep breath. Let's slow the breath down, empty this breath, For count of 5, inhale through the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath for 2, 1. Exhale through the mouth for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath for 2, 1. Again, inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Without holding, exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuing to balance your own breath in and out, and perhaps breathing just through your nose so that you can begin to warm your body and prepare it to move and open. As you softly open your eyes, if they're closed, take a look at the way that you're sitting. If you happen to be sitting in a cross-legged position, I invite you to switch the cross of your legs. And then as you extend your left arm out to the left side, flexing your wrists, fingertips pointing up, and together, bring your right hand to the left side of your skull and gently lean your right ear down towards your right shoulder, offering the left side of your neck a gentle stretch. Feel into your breath here, continuing even inhale and exhale. Feel the heel of your left palm pressing outward towards your left wall. Allow your 2 shoulder blades to release downward. Just one more breath here. And then as you exhale, release your head upright, relax your left arm. And let's switch sides. Extend your right arm out to its side. Flex at the wrist so the fingertips are pointing up and the fingers are together. Place your left hand on the right side of your head and gently drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Feel into your lower back here as you ground down through your 2 sitting bones, your pubic bone and your tailbone. And you lift up the lower spine. A slight toning of the abdomen to support that lift. Feel the tops of your shoulders releasing down for 2 more breaths. And as you exhale, gently release. Place both hands in your lap. And let's start to gently circle the head, so dropping your chin down towards your chest. As you breathe in, circle to one direction, 1/2 of the circle. Exhale the other half. And then try that again in this direction, slowly and gently. As you finish the second round, go in the opposite direction, 2 more rounds. Inhaling 1/2 of the circle. Exhaling the other half. And then staying right here, place your hands onto your lap and we'll take a few seated cat-cows. So as you ground to your pelvis, breathe in and lift your lower spine before lifting your chest. Spread the collarbones wide, drop the shoulder heads behind you, begin to look up. And then as you breathe out, you can grip with your fingers, your knees if possible, and begin to contract your belly. Drop your chin towards your sternum and feel the rounding of your back. Nice and slow. Inhale, root through the pelvis, lift the lower spine, then blossom the chest up. Dropping the shoulders, look up. Exhale, contract your belly. drop your chin, and dome your back. On your own, about 3 to 5 more cycles of breath. So notice when you're lifting your chest that there's not a compression of the lower spine. We're lifting and lengthening the lower spine and finding that arch right under your scapula, right under your shoulder blades. Let's finish one more cycle of breath. Then we're going to warm up the hips just a bit. So as you're sitting, whether on the ground or on a prop, please bend your knees and step your feet on the ground in front of you so that your feet are a little wider than hips distance apart. And then plant your fingertips on the floor behind your pelvis so that we can slowly windshield wiper the thighs. So keeping your feet on the floor, inhale, drop your knees to the left, whatever degree is comfortable. Exhale, drop your knees to the right. Then keep going at your own pace of breath. If you are practicing Ujjayi Pranayama, victorious breathing, listen to that soft whisper you create as you breathe just to your nose by softly narrowing the back of your throat, guiding the rhythm of this breath. So about 5 more cycles of breath. And when you've finished an even amount on both sides, let's place the right calf forward or on top of the left calf. So you might be sitting in Sukhasana, in which the knees are separated your hips distance apart and the shins are crossing at the center of each, so the feet are splayed a little wider than the knees. And then grounding to your pelvis, place your fingertips beside your hips, lift up front and back of your spine, relax the shoulders, and toning the belly slightly, exhale, begin to bow just a little bit. So we're gonna play with the range with each breath. Inhale, root your pelvis and legs while lengthening your spine. Exhale, maybe bow just another little bit. So we're not gonna hold here too long, about 10 breaths in total. And as you bow further forward, make sure that you are with just as much energy rooting down your pelvis. Feel into the space through all the sides of your neck. And your throat especially open for your breath to easily flow. And let's finish about 2 more breaths. Crawling your fingertips towards you, bleed from your chest, and inhale, slowly rise. Before switching sides, please extend your legs forward and just roll out your ankles, especially if you might have been flexing your feet. Stay aware of your breath here. Switch directions with your ankles. Now let's take the opposite calf forward or on top. Knees, hips width apart, feet splaying a little wider apart than the knees. Round your pelvis, sit up tall as you breathe in. Belly slightly toned, begin to fold as you breathe out. rounding and lengthening as you breathe in. Maybe folding a little more as you breathe out. About 10 breaths in total here. Last couple of breaths. Walking your hands towards you, lead with your chest again. Inhale to slowly rise. And one more time, extend your legs forward. And this time, roll your thighs inward and outward. So your feet are sort of windshield wiping. All right, please find your strap. And start with your left leg extending forward. Take your right thigh, turn it out at the hip, and cross your right thigh as much as possible over the left. So we're setting up for cow face pose, your variation of it. So one variation is to keep the bottom leg straight and flex the bottom foot like this. Another variation is to bend both knees and maybe splay the feet wider apart so the knees stack down your midline. Make sure that your two sitting bones are evenly grounded, whether you're sitting on a prop or not. And then take the strap, hold it in your left hand, and raise your left arm up. Using your right hand, roll your left outer upper arm slightly to face forward and bring your left bent elbow behind your head so your left palm lands between your shoulder blades. Reach your right hand underneath, grab the other end of the strap with it, and then walk your hands as close together as possible. If your hands meet to clasp, you can let go of the strap. Now feel into the length of your spine, both the front and the back. As you're pressing downward through your pelvis, feel the rebounding lift of energy up each vertebra, up to your crown. Press your two shoulder blades down your back ribs and take a deep breath as you widen your collarbones and lift your sternum. And exhaling, begin to hinge from your hips, just a little bit of your range. Feel a slight toning with the belly. Inhale, pause here, elongating your spine. Exhale, maybe fold another little bit. And then again, we'll be here for about a total of 10 breaths. Cow face pose, or in Sanskrit, Gomukhasana. Last couple of breaths. Again, lead the sternum, middle of your chest. Breathe in to rise up and release your arms and legs. This time, give your legs a shake of any kind. Give your arms, your shoulders a shake of any kind. Let's take 2 lion's breaths here. Inhale, fill up your belly, fill up your rib cage. Open your mouth wide, stick out your tongue, let any sound out. One more time, breathe in. All right, side 2. So take your left thigh, turn it out at the hip. As you bend the knee, cross it over your right thigh as much as possible. Either stay in this version where the bottom leg is straight and the foot is flexed, or bend the bottom knee too and maybe splay the feet wider apart. Make sure your sitting bones are grounded. Take your strap in your right hand. Raise your right arm so the strap is hanging behind you. And with your left hand, help rotate your outer right upper arm slightly to face forward. Then bring the bent elbow behind your head so your right palm lands between your shoulder blades. Reach your left hand underneath, catch the other end of your strap, then walk your hands as close together as you can, perhaps clasping the hands. And then take a few breaths, pressing downward to your pelvis, lifting upward to your crown, gliding both shoulder blades down. With an inhale, broaden your chest and lift it up. With an exhale, begin to hinge forward from your hips just a tiny bit. Each breath to your own range. About 10 breaths in total. Last couple of breaths. Inhale, slowly rise up and release your arms and legs. It's time tapping with your hands fisted, your outer thighs, your quadriceps at the front of your thighs, your outer calves, inner calves, your arms, and then shake it out. So let's start to lie down on our bellies, face down. Move the props aside for now. You may prefer to have one block to rest your head on. Just have it nearby so you have a choice. And as you're lying down, legs straight back, belly to the floor, slide your right arm straight out to the right side so your palm is face down, hand is alongside your right shoulder. And if you want to place your head on a block, have that block just to the right of your head here before you start. And then, left hand pressing the floor away right beside your left shoulder, begin to roll over onto your right side. And then your right ear can land on that block, or it can land on the floor if you don't want to use a block. And then take a moment to slide your right shoulder head away from your neck. Make sure that right side of your neck feels open. And then breath by breath, ease into however deeply you want to open up that inner right shoulder. The more deeply, the further back you lean, maybe stepping the left foot behind you. And we're going to be here for about 2 minutes in total before we switch sides. If you've already stepped the left foot on the ground and you want to feel even deeper sensation, you can also step the right foot on the ground, so both knees are bent towards the sky, both feet on the floor. You might even notice how it feels to wrap the left arm behind you, whether or not the palms meet. Feel again the quality of your breath. And when you encounter tension in your body or mind, how might your breath support you in the practice of radical acceptance? As Zen Master, whom I quoted, says, not having any anxiety about imperfection. down to about 10 last seconds on this side. Begin to gently unwind onto your belly, lying face down. You might place that block under your forehead here as we pause for a few breaths before switching sides. Just feel for a moment as you relax both arms down. What's your body telling you here? And then gradually slide your left arm out to the left side, palm face down and in line with your left shoulder. If you're going to use a block for your head, place it just to the left side of your skull. And plant your right hand on the floor beside your right shoulder. Begin to press the ground away with it. Slowly roll over onto your left side. Taking your time here, slide your left shoulder blade away from your ear. Part of that acceptance in the physical yoga practice is really noticing how you can be mindful with each side in a pose. You might notice something different on this side of your shoulders. How do you respond without expectation? Even without judgment, but instead with love. Notice your breathing here. How is your breath supported? Finishing one more cycle of breath. Take your time unraveling back to your stomach, lying face down and relaxing your arms for a few breaths. Just noticing what's here. Planting your hands alongside your shoulders, gently press up to hands and knees, all fours. And we'll bring the legs out in front of you. Take a block with you, place it off to the side near the rear of your mat, and then bring your strap as you come to lie down onto your back. So lying on your back, step your feet on the floor to start, and then take the strap so that you step the ball of your right foot into the strap, whether it's the loop or the center of the strap. Extend your right leg straight up. Hold the strap in your left hand, so we're about to prepare to twist, and open your right arm wide to the right side in line with your shoulder. Straighten the left leg to the ground. Slide your pelvis another 3 or 4 inches towards the right edge of your mat. Keep your right shoulder pressing into the ground. Sickle your right foot. So from the ankle, spin the sole of your foot to face your left one. For a moment, use your right thumb. Find the crease of your right outer hip where your feet and press your right outer hip towards your left foot. You feel that? You're lengthening the right side of your torso with that foot tilt. Now keep doing that action as you bring your right arm out to the side. So imagine you have your thumb touching away, and then begin to twist slowly to the left. You're crossing your right leg towards your left wall. Breath by breath, only to the degree that you can feel your right shoulder still pressing into the ground. With a pillow, you can also place a pillow to catch the inside of your right leg so you can sort of rest on it. Otherwise, I'm just placing my left bent elbow on the ground sort of as a stopper so I don't completely roll over. And then we'll be here for another 2 minutes. I'll watch you. Feel your right outer hip continue to shift forward towards your left foot as if you have your thumb there.
Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya Om Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya
Feel your breath in as deep as your breath out.
Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Mrityoma Amritam
So this mantra, Om Asatoma, is much about moving from darkness to light, from illusion to clear perception, from death to immortality.
Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya.
As we continue the practice of radical acceptance, accepting what is, without the stories and the reactivity surrounding the situation, we can truly begin the process of moving from darkness to light, from illusion to clarity, truth. As you finish this breath, please begin to roll onto your back. Take hold of the strap in your right hand, still on the right foot, and place your left palm onto the top of your left thigh so that the back of your left hip remains on the ground. Flexing your 2 feet, like curling the toes back towards your knees. Bend your right knee out to the right side of your ribcage. With the sole of your right foot facing the sky, as if just your right leg was in happy baby pose. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Pressing the back of your left hip on the ground. Only go as far as it squeezes. What comes up for you in this posture? Hip openers are known to elicit emotions, especially those that have been swept under the rug. continue to flex both of your feet. Continue to turn out your right thigh at the hip, still pressing back of left hip on the ground. And to whatever degree is possible for you without strain, straighten your right leg out to the right side. And again, you might place a pillow underneath your right leg to help catch it. I'm using my right elbow again, pressing on the floor. Keeping the pillow over to the right side. We'll be here for about 2 minutes in total. We've already been halfway through. Let it help situate your mind. Once again, on this. Slowly lift your right leg up, using 2 hands to hold the strap, flexing your feet and your hip bones are evenly facing the side. Bend your elbows apart, with your shoulders rooted into the ground, and gently bring your right leg towards your chest. Again, without straining. Perhaps you can resist if you could bend and flatten. Try to keep your right leg straight without blocking. Here for very long, 5 more breaths. Release your right foot strap. Lower both legs. Point your toes. Interlace your fingers overhead with the palms inside out. And send the shoulders down your back for a few breaths. Seal in your front ribs. Lengthen your tailbone towards your inner heels. Parallel your thighs. Parallel your feet. 2 more breaths. And relax. So now let's bend the right knee, step the right foot on the floor. Take the strap and loop the ball of your left foot into it. Start with your pelvis centered on your mat. Hold the strap in your right hand. Then slide your pelvis another 3 to 4 inches towards the left edge of your mat. Open your left arm onto the floor. So palm is in line with your shoulder. Keep your left shoulder onto the ground. Sickle your left foot from the ankle. Turn the sole to face your right wall. For a moment, use your left thumb and find the outer crease of your left hip. Press your left outer hip away from your torso towards your right foot. Now continue that inner action. Replace your left arm on the ground and straighten your right leg to the floor. Now, breath by breath, ease into crossing your left leg over you, twisting to your right side. And I'll watch the clock here for 2 minutes. Sense the presence of your breath. Also, you could place a pillow to catch your inner left leg if that helps you to keep your left shoulder on the floor. Feel into the full scope of each breath. Top of the inhalation, the bottom of the exhalation. And we're here for another 10 seconds. Slowly unwind back to center. Still with your left foot in the strap. Hold the strap in your left hand. Place your right hand on the top of your right thigh to help press the back of your right hip into the ground. Flex both of your feet. Then begin to bend your left knee open to the left side of your rib cage. Sole of your left foot facing the sky, as if just your left leg were in happy baby pose. Both of his shoulders grounded. So we begin in this variation of the hip opener for a total of 2 minutes before we transition into including our transition into the next version. Can you notice anything surfacing within this posture? Let's begin to straighten the left leg as you rotate the thigh externally, which means turn it out and keep flexing your feet. And now only straightening the left leg to your capacity in which you're not straining, as well as keeping the back of your right hip on the ground. Again, you might use a pillow to catch your left leg. And we're down to the last 10 seconds. Slowly come back to center, lift your left leg upright. Keep flexing both of your feet. Feel your 2 frontal hip bones facing the sky. Hold the strap in your both hands and begin to bend your elbows apart. Slide your 2 shoulders down your back. Slowly bring the left leg closer to your chest. Just to the point where you can feel some opening but not straight. little leeway, you could bend your right knee. Try not to bend your left knee in this posture. About 5 more breaths. And then slowly remove the strap. Extend both legs to the ground. Once again, point your toes. Reach your arms overhead, whether you'd like to interlace them. Take a few breaths, lengthening through both ends of your body here. Seal in your front ribs. Draw your tailbone forward towards your inner thighs. Let's take a couple deep sighs through the mouth. Inhale, fill up your belly and lungs. Exhale through the mouth, any sound. One more time. And draw your bent knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. Massage your sacrum. Another way to massage your sacrum is to squeeze the knees in closer to your chest and then gently rock them forward away from you. Short range of movement, aiming at the lower back, sort of ironing it into the floor. If you want a longer range of movement, you could rock forward and back. Now please take one of your blocks and we're going to set up in 2 variations of shoulder stand. The first is supported shoulder stand with a block. Stepping your 2 feet on the ground, lift your pelvis off the ground and place the block across your mat right under the flat part of your lower back. Not too close to your sitting bones, not too close to your back ribs. And then once you feel stably supported underneath the block, then raise one leg up, raise the other leg up, and you're in supported shoulder stand, maybe resting the palms face down on your lower belly. Let's take this for 5 breaths for now, and then some of you might stay longer. Some of you might join me into another variation of shoulder stand. Inversions, cooling, restorative inversions like this one are helpful in releasing the legs and feet of tension, stimulating circulation towards the digestive organs, which helps to stimulate digestion, and then towards the heart, towards the brain. Now either stay here, maybe for another minute or 2, or put the block aside, turn over to one side, pause there for a moment. When you've been in an inversion for a while, you don't want to lift your head up too quickly. Otherwise, you might feel lightheaded. Take a deep breath here. And then press the floor with your hands to slowly lift your torso. And we'll grab a blanket to help us in Salamba Sharvangasana, traditional version of shoulder stand. Now, if you have any neck issues, neck injuries, or shoulder injuries as well, you may want to stay with a supported shoulder stand using a block. Don't go any further than that. Otherwise, you can take your blanket and have it smoothly folded so that the smooth portion of the fold is facing the rear edge of your mat, and it's placed inward about a foot from the rear edge of your mat. And then we'll lie on our backs again onto the blanket, placing your shoulder heads about 1.5 inches inward from the folded edge of your mat. That's facing the rear edge of your mat. The folded edge of your blanket. And then from here, place your 2 elbows firmly into the floor or the blanket, right up against your rib cage. It's really close to your ribs. Bend your knees, step your feet on the ground, and then begin to lift your pelvis like you would for bridge pose. Now you can here walk the elbows in even closer, then use your hands on your glutes to help lift up your pelvis higher as you start to extend one leg up and then the other leg up until you're able to lift your pelvis to completely stack over your shoulders. Now keep your head from turning side to side. Tilt your chin back away from your chest. Try to keep the natural curve of your neck as well as open breath flow. How's your breathing? See if you can create a vertical line in which you stack your ankles, feet are together, over your pelvis, over your shoulders. So Salamba Sharavangasana shoulder stand, this version is known as the Queen of Asanas. The King of Asanas is Shirshasana, headstand, which is part of a more energizing practice. So we're not going to get into that today. Now you could opt to move into plow pose, halasana, in which you bring your legs overhead. You might do one leg at a time. Perhaps the toes land on the floor, maybe they don't. And then you can walk the elbows in even closer. Either hands are on the lower back, keeping the pelvis up, or you can interlace your fingers and straighten your arms on the floor. Making sure again that you're not turning your head side to side here. You want to be very mindful of your neck. Tilting the chin back. So whether you're in Salamba Sharavangasana or Halasana, or the first version, supported shoulder stand, let's take another 5 deep breaths if you're still in it. If you are in plow halasana, plug your elbows into the floor close to each other. Place your palms on your lower back. Bend your knees towards your temples. And begin to roll your spine from upper back, mid back to tailbone onto the ground. Landing your legs on the floor. Take a moment to remove any prop that might be under your body. Whatever version of shoulder stand you just practiced. Then we'll come into the counter pose for shoulder stand, which is Mayurasana, fish pose. So bring your legs extended forward on the ground, feet together but relaxed. Turn your palms face down and then slide them underneath your glutes so that your thumbs touch each other. Press your elbows, forearms, and palms into the floor. Begin to tilt your chin back, whatever degree you can. Some of you might lift your shoulders from the ground. Some of you might bring the crown of your head to the ground. Take about 5 clearing exhales through your mouth, fish, before lowering all the way to the floor again. And when you're finished, draw your bent knees into your chest. Hug them in. Maybe lift your head and shoulders around into a ball. Give yourself a tight squeeze, a loving embrace. Thank you for showing up today. to your practice. Take a deep breath here, fill it up, hold it in, sip a little more if you can. And then through the mouth, exhale, release control of your breath, and begin to set up for corpse pose, Shavasana. So if you have any tension in your lower back or you just want to offer it a little more comfort, you can grab your pillow, place it across your mat right under the backs of your knees. As you extend your legs forward, splay your feet apart, wider than your hips. Walk your shoulder blades down your back ribs. Bring your palms to face up. And land the backs of your hands slightly away from your sides. Feel your shoulders soften into the ground. Feel your skull releasing into the earth. Close your eyes. Feel your eyeballs sink to their sockets. As if throwing a pebble into a pond, feel a rippling of concentric energetic circles. Relaxation, soften. Ease from your forehead to your mouth. Ease from the crown of your skull to your chest. Ease throughout your body as you rest. Shavasana. we come alive as we rediscover the truth of our goodness and our natural connectedness to all of life. Our greater needs are met in relating lovingly with each other, relating with full presence to each moment, relating to the beauty and pain that is within and around us. Tara Brach. I invite you to deepen your breath gently. Rub your thumbs across your fingertips, your eyes still closed. Wiggling your toes, ease into moving your legs, stretching your arms, maybe turning your head. Gradually turn over to your right side, lying there for a moment. Noticing how your body feels. How you feel energetically and mentally, emotionally. Take your time pressing the ground to rise up, finding a comfortable seat for our breath work and seated meditation. So find a position that allows your body to feel grounded and tall, open, alert, shoulders relaxed. And I invite you to begin our meditation practice of 5 minutes with 3 rounds of Nodi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, a balancing breath technique. I'll guide you to that, and then we'll sit into the remainder of the 5 minutes in stillness. So start with left hand resting on your lap, maybe bringing thumb and index finger to touch to help focus. Right hand is in Vishnu Mudra, which means the ring, pinky, and thumb are both lifted. So ring, pinky, and thumb. And then ease the breath slowly in and out through your nose. Maybe close your eyes and steady your inward gaze at your third eye center, the center of your forehead. Exhale this breath completely. Hold it out. With your right thumb, cover your right nostril. Inhale through the left for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it in for 3, 2, 1. Cover left nostril with pinky and ring. Exhale through right. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out for 3, 2, 1. Inhale to the right. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Cover right with thumb. Exhale through left. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. That's one cycle. 2 more cycles. Inhale to the left. Hold. Cover left. Exhale to right. Hold. Inhale to right. Hold. Cover right. Exhale through left. Hold. That's the second cycle. Take the third cycle on your own. finish, set both hands on your lap and drop right into stillness. Practice of open awareness. Please bring your palms to meet at your heart, lifting your heart, bowing to offer gratitude for your practice today, for the teachers who passed on this practice of yoga, and from their teachers and their teachers. Remember the intention that you set at the start. Perhaps say that one more time. How might you bring the practice of radical acceptance off your mat into whatever you tend to next? Let's close this practice with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.